My name is Sylvie and your name is YouTube. So I did a book review in the past and I wanted to do another one, but with a little bit of a different vibe. So, books that I've spoken about in that previous video. Tender is the Flesh, that's Tender is the Flesh, and The Unworthy, both by Argentinian author Agustina Bazterrica. Really excellent author. I talked about it before, how I really love her writing because it is so succinct. There's no fluff. It's not like indulgent, and we're getting to the point. She's here to tell a story and she's going to tell that freaking story. Okay. I read another book recently. This one is called The Eyes Are the Best Part by Monika Kim. Shout out Monika Kim. I really liked this book. I was most definitely finger pointed at me being the target demographic that she was going for, target audience. It is about a young lady who is Korean from an immigrant family. And so there's a lot of Korean culture that plays a part of this book. I'm not saying that you wouldn't enjoy it if you're not Korean, but I think that just adds a little bit more of a connection for me. You would still enjoy it as a non-Korean person if you're a fan of horror. Now, here's what I'll say about this book. It's not as scary as I would have liked. This is no spoilers at this point. Not as scary as I would have liked. Definitely more thriller than horror. I did not dislike it. As much as I love horror books, there was part of me that's like, ugh, I wish it was more scary. But I'm sure lots of people would read that and be like, what's wrong with you, Sylvie? That was scary. I wish it was more like scary though, and like more disturbing. I'm a sick mother freaker. Anyways, so now at this point, if you are planning on reading any of these three books, you should probably stop watching the video because I'm going to get into spoiler territory. So, what do these three books have in common? They're all horror books, yes. Sylvie likes them all, yes, good. Yes, you in the back. Yes, they are all written by women. And I think that in this day and age, honestly, actually, I take that back. Any day and age. There has never been an age in humanity where women don't have to fear every time they leave the house, or even when they're not leaving the house. You can call me a liberal, snowflake, feminist, communist, hippie, tree-hugging loser. That's okay. That's okay. But I really don't think you can deny that women being scared of men is not overreactive, outrageous. It is a very understandable fear. And I think that female authors are able to capture and describe. Gabe almost opened my door and he didn't realize I was filming a video. Women authors are able to capture and describe a kind of fear that a man never could. For example, The Eyes Are the Best Part has elements of men are physically stronger than me, and I need to protect myself, and I need to be smart. And the main character does that. This book is definitely the most in your face about the horrors of being a woman, the fear of being a woman. It's very in your face upfront about that. You don't need to read between the lines to understand that this is a take on the oppression of women. This one wouldn't be quite as in your face, and I didn't even really think about it until I got the idea to make this video and what it means to be a reader of a horror book written by a woman, a woman reader reading a horror book written by a woman. And it's not in your face, it's not spelled out, because the main character is a man, and it is all in his perspective. And he doesn't deal with very many women in the book. Most of the people that he interacts with in the book are men. There's probably, I think there's 3 or 4 women characters. Now, spoiler, huge spoiler. There's a character in this book named Jasmine. The whole thing about this book is that the main character, a man, is caring for this woman named Jasmine, who is basically a tool for him to achieve his goals. And the whole time you're thinking, while you're reading this book, the entire time you're like, the main character is a good person. In this very corrupt and dystopian world, he is one good person. And then by the end of it, you're like, man, we can't have one good guy. And Jasmine is done exceptionally dirty. It is a disservice for me to say that she's done dirty. It's beyond being done dirty. So, I plan to continue reading horror books. And I was at Barnes & Noble today, and I found myself searching for horror books written by women. Because I think that they can bring something to the table that a man just couldn't. And that's not to say that men can't write good horror books. Of course, like, lots of men have been immensely successful writing horror books. Frickin' Stephen King, whose books I'm not crazy about, by the way. I think they're a little bit boring and a little bit drawn out. But I bought this one today, and I'm very intrigued. I just started the prologue, and I was very pulled by the prologue, so I'm excited to read that. I'm kind of a reader now, you guys. What's with that? Anyways, if you are a woman and you enjoy horror, those 3 books are, I recommend them immensely. But if you are not a fan of reading, call me, because I love to talk about these books, especially Tender as the Flesh. This book changed my life, not to be dramatic, but it really did. So basically that's all I wanted to talk about. It's just a little thought that I had today that I wanted to put into a video. Thank you for watching. My name has been Sylvie, and yours has been YouTube. Mwah.